Storefront door decisions usually start with price and appearance, but that's not where projects actually run into problems. Issues show up later in the process, during submittals, fabrication, glass coordination, and shipping, when small gaps between drawings, approvals, and production turns into install delays on site. CDF is focused on controlling that full path so the system that gets ordered is a system that shows up and ready to install without needing corrections in the field.
A lot of storefront problems start before anything is fabricated, during submittals and configuration. If something is missed or interpreted differently at that stage, it carries all the way through production and doesn't surface until installation is already impacted. That is why controlling the storefront system from sourcing through configuration matters. CDF keeps the process aligned so the approved system matches how it actually should be built instead of being adjusted at multiple points all along the way. That reduces the back and forth that normally shows up between takeoff, submittal approval, and fabrication, and it keeps the final product consistent with the intent of the drawings.
Storefront performance depends on more than just the frame. It depends on how the full system is coordinated, the frame, glass, and all the hardware working together as one assembly. When those pieces are specified or handled separately, without the tight coordination, the result is usually a field adjustment, install delays, or compatibility issues that slow down the entire opening. Glass is one of the most common failure points in the process because it introduces handling risks, size insensitivity, and timing issues between delivery and installation. CDF integrates glass into the storefront assembly so it moves as a complete system instead of a separate field step. That reduces the risk of damage in transit and eliminates field glazing under schedule pressure, which helps keep installation aligned with how the system was designed.
That same focus carries into how storefront systems are refined over time. Instead of treating every order as isolated, CDF evaluates how systems are actually performing once they reach real job sites, how they ship, how they install, where delays and failures tend to repeat. Those patterns are used to adjust packaging, configuration standards, and delivery methods so issues are redacted before they reach the field. Lead time consistency also comes from that control, where sourcing and assembly are managed in a more predictable system. Scheduling becomes more reliable and fewer surprises show up late in the process.
Shipping is another point where storefront projects often get disrupted. Large assemblies, glass components, and tight install sequencing create a high risk for damage or misalignment in transit. And when that happens, it doesn't just affect one opening, it can impact the entire install schedule. CDF structures shipping around installation reality. Systems are packaged, protected, and staged so they arrive ready to install, not requiring any sorting or correction before they can be used. That alignment between delivery and install timing is what keeps openings from becoming bottlenecks in the field.
Most storefront issues don't come from the system itself. They come from everything around it. Coordination between trades, sequencing on site, handling and timing between approval and installation. Those are the points where the delays usually build up, not in the product design. CDF's approach is to remove as many of these friction points as possible before the system ever reaches the job site, and that starts with getting it ordered right the first time. ProBuilder connects that process by allowing the full storefront system to be configured in one place. Frame, glass, hardware, and compatibility checked all together before anything is released into production.
It reduces ordering errors by catching issues during configuration instead of fabrication or installation, when changes are expensive and disruptive. CDF door experts are also involved early in that process to flag mismatches or missing details before they become job site problems. By the time the order is released, it has already been validated against how it will actually be built and installed. That's the difference between ordering storefront doors as individual components and ordering a fully coordinated system that is already aligned with how it needs to perform in the field.